But the consulting firm Cambridge Analytica getting the brunt of the criticism, of course, from the Facebook data scandal. But our next guest is warning that several well-known tech companies also have access to private information that could easily be made public. Rob Kischuk is the founder and CEO of the marketing firm Converge. He's live with us from Atlanta. Rob, welcome back to the network. It's good to see you.
Thanks for having me, Scott. I appreciate it.
Read your most recent document, and you name a lot of names that people are readily giving their information to. Tinder, Airbnb, TripAdvisor, and Bumble, which you say could leak even more information from Facebook than Cambridge Analytica.
That's right. If you look at Cambridge Analytica, the size of the leak was about 50 million user accounts in their data. And Airbnb, I believe, has about 100 million accounts linked to Facebook. While Facebook has changed how they collect that data and how easily it's accessible, it's harder now. But the scope and scale of Facebook and the scope and scale of these apps is also larger than when this college professor collected this data for Cambridge Analytica. So you have 100 million, 90 million, 70 million accounts at risk with these different tech companies.
What's the fallout, though, going to be down the road? Are people just going to be less willing to give this kind of personal information so readily available? Are they going to be more discerning about what they're willing to share?
They might, Scott. It's a fair question. So far, Facebook has stood up to a number of this sort of data leak before without really losing very many users. What's unique about Facebook, at Converge, we actually measure the results of Facebook advertising. And what we see with Facebook in particular is that it's the only data platform where somebody off the street can create an app and begin actually collecting the user's data themselves. Every ad platform lets you use data to advertise. Facebook gives the data. They don't even sell it. They give it to people who run their apps. So it's not even core to their advertising model.
How damaging do you think this ultimately is to Facebook itself?
I think that, as we mentioned, I don't know if the audience will suffer or not. We'll see that in the months and quarters ahead. I think where it can really hurt them, if you look at their ad prices have actually tripled over the past year. They have been able to charge 3 times as much for the same ad impression. And where this can hurt them is if they don't kind of get their own house in order, then someone's going to push them to get in order. It may not be the United States, it may be Europe, follow on to the GDPR regulation. Where it will hurt them is in the prices that they can charge for their ads. And depending on the nature of that regulation, it can actually apply more broadly to other advertising companies as well.
I mean, you're talking about a possible disruption to the entire revenue model of Facebook and others.
You're talking about Facebook, you're talking about Alphabet, you're talking about Oath, formerly AOL, Twitter, Snap, exactly.
You know, we had an executive from Google on earlier, their chief business officer, who, though didn't say it explicitly, certainly seemed to suggest that they think that they can police themselves, that they can regulate themselves. Is there any credibility left for this industry that they can actually do that?
I think that Google in particular has been fairly credible. They have not been subject to data leaks. They take security very seriously. They'll even let you know when someone overseas tries to hack into your Gmail account. I think, and I don't think this is even malicious with Facebook, I think Facebook has come from a very innocent and sharing and open platform. And I think what they're realizing this week is that they really can't trust just random people as much as they used to. Typically, these data contracts are very secure. They're very expensive, and they're covered with a lot of indemnity. And in this case, with the Facebook applications, it's not. That's why they're investigating Cambridge Analytica, but I'm not really sure they're going to find a lot they can do to recover from the kind of the damage to their image that's happening right now. They're going to have to do it on their own.
I mean, naivete is one thing, right? But if you want to be a grown-up company and you want to be treated as such on Wall Street, you better act like it.
That's right.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.